Hi, my name's Midge Byram. I'm a storyteller, and I have a folk tale that I'd like to share with you today. The wonderful thing about folk tales is that they span the globe and generations as well. This particular folk tale is credited to the Dominican Republic and Thailand, but I know that you could find it in just about any culture throughout the world. Because as humans, we all deal with the same issues and challenges. And I think that this particular folk tale is particularly poignant today to us. It's about a king who had stuff. Now, I've got stuff. I've got stuff in the bottom of my purse that I haven't seen in months. I've got stuff in the closet that I haven't seen in years. I've got stuff under my bed and stuff in the car that I can't even bring in the house because there's too much stuff. Do you have stuff? Of course, we all have stuff, but nobody has stuff like the king does. This king had so much stuff. Well, he used to love to walk around the veranda of his castle in the evening and look down upon his kingdom and see all of his stuff. One particular evening, he was walking along the veranda, and he happened to look up, and he saw the moon, and he realized he did not have that. No, it was something he hadn't had. And so the very next day, he called his royal advisors and his carpenters together, and he told them what he wanted. I want that in the evening, in the sky, the light, the white, yes, the moon, that's what I want. Yes, I want that. Well, the royal advisors told him, Your Majesty, the moon belongs to everyone. You can't have that. Well, the royal advisors, they wound up in the dungeon. You see, the king was not accustomed to being told that he can't have. So he told the royal carpenters, build me a ladder and I'll go get it myself. But the carpenters, they knew better. And they said, Your Majesty, we can't. And you can't. The carpenters in the dungeon with the advisors. But the king did not give up. No, the king decided that he would get it himself. And so he declared that he needed all the boxes in the whole castle, that everyone would have to bring him the boxes. So the royal cooks had to empty out the silver and the royal linens and the pots and the pans and the food, and they brought all their boxes to the veranda of the castle. The livery, the blacksmith, the stable, everyone had to bring boxes. The queen had to take out her royal crown from its safe place in a box, and all of her jewelry out of its rings boxes. And she brought those to the veranda. There were no boxes left in the castle except for those that were on the veranda of the castle. And the night of the next full moon, the king climbed up that pile of boxes, and he reached up. Nah, he didn't touch the moon. He needed more boxes. And so he declared that everyone in the whole kingdom should bring him their boxes. Well, this meant that all the kids had to dump out all their toy boxes. And the teachers had to empty all of their boxes from school, and the dads had to empty out their tackle boxes and their tool boxes, and the mothers had to empty out their sewing boxes and their hat boxes and their ring boxes and their shoe boxes. And the king collected boxes from merchants and libraries. There was stuff everywhere, but all the boxes were on the veranda of the castle. The king stacked them up, and on the night of the next full moon, he climbed up those boxes, and he reached up, and he reached, but he still couldn't touch the moon. Oh, he was closer, but he realized that he needed more boxes. And all the people of the kingdom said, Your Majesty, you already have all the boxes from the whole castle, and you have boxes from all of the kingdom. We don't have any more boxes. Then make boxes. Cut down all the trees and make boxes. Well, was his kingdom, and it was his trees. So they cut down all of the trees in the whole kingdom. They sawed them up into boards, and they nailed them together to make boxes. There were boxes as big as rooms. There were boxes the size of cars. There were boxes the size of sofas and tables. There were boxes of every shape and size, and no piece of wood was left unused. There were boxes as big as my thumb. It took them months. And then it took them more months for the king to pile those boxes up. When he was done, he had a mountain of boxes. And on the night of the next full moon, he climbed up that mountain of boxes, while all the people of the kingdom stood around the base of that mountain and watched. And he climbed all night long, and he was getting closer and closer and closer and closer to the moon, and he reached up. When he got to the top, he could just about, but not quite, touch the moon. So he looked down at all the people who looked so small way down below there. And he looked at all the boxes, and then up at the moon, and he had an idea. He called down to the people, "I need one more box." And the people, they scurried everywhere. They looked through the castle, they looked through the whole kingdom. There was not a box to be found anywhere. And so they called up to him, "Your Majesty, we don't have any more boxes." He wasn't going to give up. "Then send one up from the bottom." And that is what they did.